All right, ladies and gentlemen. So today we're going to be talking about architecture. So in Unreal, there is a number of ways to kind of put a building together. You could just use cubes and make your walls and all that stuff. You could use geometry, which is kind of like 3D modeling, and it's not a bad way to get started. So you could also build it modular, which is what I'm going to recommend we do today, and that's what you're going to learn. So we're going to go into the under content. If you don't see that, you can click on these buttons right here. And if you don't have your content browser out, it's under Window and Content Browser. You could just choose Content Browser 1. And so if we go into starter content, and then we go to architecture, you're going to see that you have all these wall segments and floor segments and platforms. I'm not sure what that's for. So let's start out by laying a foundation. So I want to, let's say, build like a base for this. So we'll throw a floor in there. And you'll notice it's kind of wonky here. It might kind of start to go underground in certain areas. So what you might want to do before you get into that is select your landscape. Make sure it's selected. Go to the landscape tool. Go to sculpt and choose flatten. And just make sure your terrain is all flat around the area that you want to lay down your foundation. Okay, let's go back to select mode. Select this guy. And this brings us to our next thing that you're going to be learning about, called snaps. Now these little yellow things are snaps. Right now there's no snaps. Now watch what happens when I move it. I can move it anywhere I want. I can rotate it anywhere I want, and I can scale it as much as I want. Seems like, hey, why wouldn't I want that amount of freedom? Well, it's kind of a pain in the butt to now make a copy of this by holding down Alt and getting it to line up just perfectly. I don't know if that's exactly lined up or not. It's really hard to tell. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn your snaps on. And if I set the snap on for movement, which is this one, now you'll see that it moves, boom, one little chunk at a time. That would be a chunk of 50, which I believe we're talking about 50 centimeters? Half a meter? Does that sound right? Or is it 50? No, maybe it's probably 5 meters. 50. Yeah. I forget which unit, how we're doing the units here. But it's definitely in meters. So I'm assuming this would be 10 meters. That looks about right. Or maybe 1 meter. Yeah, that's it. It's 1 meter for 100. So if I hold down Alt with this set to 100 and make sure that this yellow thing is checked, I can make a duplicate. Now remember, I'm holding down Alt, and now I'm going to let go, and there it is. And you'll see that it's perfectly lined up. So now I'm going to hold down Shift, and I'm going to hold down Alt. Sorry, let me try that again. I click on one, I hold down Shift, I click on the other, and then I hold Alt to make a copy of both of them. Now I can select them from here as well. Hold down Shift, hold down Alt, and then I just kind of want to lay the foundation for however you want this to look. So I'm selecting these two with Shift. I don't know how you want it to look, but let's say we go with something like this. Kind of a cool irregular shape. So that's the outline of my building. What kind of building is it? I don't know yet. I'll But there's our floor, and as you can see, it kind of rises above the foundation, which, you know, might look kind of weird, but when we stick the walls on there. There's some options for the walls. I'm going to recommend you just do a 400 by 400. A 400 by 300 is going to be a wall that's not quite as tall. A 400 by 200 is even lower. What should we do? I'm going to do a 400 by 300. If I do 200, I can't put a door there. So I'll do a 400 by 300. Let's do that. And you can see as I move it around, it doesn't, it will not, it'll let me move it around wherever I want, but then it'll snap to the closest 100 meter unit. So I'm going to rotate it. Ooh, I don't like that rotation. I want to snap that to, let's do 15-degree increments. Now I can get a nice, perfect 90 degrees. We'll stick a door. And as you can see, that looks pretty nice right there. Although I'm not sure where to stick this door, so let's make sure it lines up with one of these. Oops. Does that line up? That looks about right. Yep, cool. Okay, so now that we're doing 400 by 300, we got to continue to do 4 by 300 with our walls. And then again, it'll snap right there. And now Alt. And don't worry if you decide you want to change this later on. Let's say I decided, hey, actually, I want these to be windows. It's actually really easy. Select the door here, or in the wall. Select the window down here, and make sure it's the 300 by 400. And then, now that you have this selected, go back up here, right-click, and just say, hey, replace it with that window. And there it is. Do the same thing over here. Oops. And then let's get this 400 by 300 wall. Stick it right there. Snaps it into place. Let's keep going. Take this boy and Alt, push it back over here. Take this one, Alt, push it over there. Alt, push it over here. Just keep doing that. Oh, I made 2 of them. That actually worked out okay. It's just kind of like building with Legos. You got these pieces. And you're just going to have to trust me when I say that this is going to be, for now, a better way of doing it than just putting a bunch of boxes and stretching them and stuff. Building them modular, it's going to have some advantages later. So you're just going to have to trust me on that. And maybe you want to put some, like, walls in here. Make yourself some rooms or something. I don't know. Let's do that. Put a door. There's a nice little room right there. Let's take this wall and duplicate it and just replace it with that door. Cool. And you know, get creative. Probably want to put some other rooms and stuff in here. I don't know what kind of building this is. Maybe it's a home. That is up to you. Stick a room right here. Make a door. Cool. And let's put an upstairs on here. So I'm going to use these stairs. This is geometry, which I just told you a minute ago not to use, but yeah, we're gonna use it for this. Where am I going to be able to put stairs in here? Oh, right there. That looks like a good spot. Okay. And then how high do we want them? Well, we need to put a... I'm going to take all these floor pieces. And we are going to lift them up with Alt to make a copy. And let's take our steps, and over here, if you go into the settings, under details, you can change the step height. Oh, sorry, the number of steps. I want to get that so it lines up nicely, and I'm actually going to make the length of the steps stretch out so it touches right there. Look at that. Okay. Now we got a lot of junk going on over here. We got our floors, we got our... So we want to get a little organized. I'm going to hold down Shift and select all the floor pieces. And I'm going to create a folder here that just says floor. And let's get all the wall pieces. And we'll just say walls. And then if I can get the floor and the walls into a new folder, I'm going to select them both with Control. I'm going to make a new folder that just says house. Now it contains the floors, the walls, and there we go. Now I can just take all the walls, which is going to be nice because I'm all organized and cool like that, and then just Alt. Whoosh. Boom, we have ourselves a second story. I want to make this a patio though, so you can actually walk out there. Isn't that nice? Beautiful home. And then as far as a roof, I don't know what to do about a roof. We'll make it we'll go back to the floor here. Select the floors again. Well, I just want to select the top floor. So where is that end? Right there-ish. Okay, that's good enough. Let's go straight up. We got ourselves a roof. Should I leave that canopy up there? That's kind of nice. And then just Alt, boom. Wow, look at this beautiful building. Definitely needs more windows. It's kind of... I'll just throw windows in there. Replace. Let's throw some windows here. Replace. And why not these ones as well? Okay, that's not looking bad. Cool. There's our house. Or whatever you call this structure. You'll notice the edges kind of look funky. Let's throw some pillars in there. And with the pillar, you go ahead and stretch it. Just use R to scale it. Let's go a little less. That looks about right. Okay, let's make a copy of that. And I'll just keep throwing that all over the place. Ooh, that looks weird. Did I push that too far? Huh. What does that look like inside? Oh, that's not bad. I like it. I'm gonna go with it. Alt. 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 And Alt. Cool. Okay, and then it looks like on the roof, I am going to need some stuff there too. So I'm going to delete this and just start a new one. Okay, so I'll put one here. I'm going to rotate it. And I guess just duplicate this like that. I don't know. I'm not really sure how far this is going to go. I don't think that this is going to work. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that looks kind of lame. I'll just... I don't think I like that. I don't know what to do about that part. I'm not going to worry about it. Just leave it for now. Yeah, I mean, that's not normally what a roof would look like anyway. So we're just going to leave it like that. Maybe put a floor here. Oh. No, that's clearly not going to work with our foundation there. Okay, well, I guess that's that. Let's put some glass in here. So if I go into starter content and I type in glass, you'll have some window panes. And if you wanted to, it would be nice if those snapped right in, but they don't. Turn off your snaps and just get one of them in place. Be a good idea here to create let's move this into our house. And we'll create a new folder for Windows. Just stick that in there. It already is. Cool. Now I can turn my snaps on and go, oh. Take those two. Take these two. Let's duplicate all of those. Stick them in the back. Okay, those ones missed. And then Alt. Oops. Okay, and then there's also doors, but if you put doors in, you're not going to be able to open them, because you haven't learned how to open doors yet. Oh, there's a door frame. That's nice. Throw that in there. Ooh, beautiful. I don't really need a door here, do I? So I'll just switch that to a window. Window. Select it, 300, and then just replace. Okay. You could throw some door frames in your other doors if you would like. Oh, that's a window. Oh, nice. Window frames. Forgot about those. Let's do this. Okay, let's set that to 50. Looks like those are gonna... No? Huh. Okay. Let's try 10. Okay. So we can stick that in the window, walls, floors, windows. Oops. Did it put it in there? No. Nope, it put it in the wrong one. Windows. Okay. So, window frame, and set these back to 100, and I think it should now just automatically go over there. Okay, cool. So yeah, as you can see, it's quite a bit of work. What other architecture do we have? We have pillars, we have frames, what are those under props? What else? We have, let's put some light, oh, some little stairs, that's kind of nice. I don't know, that's not really useful. Oh, some other pillars. Ooh, I kind of like those pillars. Frame 300 pillar. That actually matches this. Oh, that's nice. It's kind of fancy though, I don't know. We have shelves, we have doors. Again, don't put your door in yet because you won't be able to get through it. Chairs, corner frames. Maybe that's something that can go like right on the top here. It's very tiny. No, okay. Let's go inside and let's throw in a lamp on the ceiling here. And this is actually not going to emit any light because it's not an actual lamp. So if we want to actually get lights, we go under blueprints over here, and then we get a blueprint of a lamp, and it actually contains a light and a lamp. We'll learn about blueprints later. But let's throw in a couple of those bad boys. And maybe some wall sconces. Lighting in this game is so beautiful. And upstairs, let's throw in a couple. Oops. Those aren't really snapping into place where I need them to. Okay, so now that we've, obviously some of these are not in the right spot, but let's not worry about it right now. Now that we've taken the time to build this beautiful place, let's go ahead and build our lighting. And that's going to just make everything look all shiny and new, all complete. It's going to take a few minutes for it to export, and then now it's building, and the building is going to take a couple of minutes. Shouldn't take too long. It does get a little bit more complicated as we add more lights. And what I probably should have done, change these lights to, I have to do them individually. Static. Yeah. That's going to build my lighting time. Anyway. Increase my lighting time, but I'll be patient. You can fast forward this part. Okay, now there we go. Look at this. Come inside, you got these cool lights. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Obviously too dark over here. Yeah, the lighting, it definitely gets ridiculously dark as you come in here. You can go up the stairs. So you're definitely going to want to put a lot of lights and a lot of windows. And really, there's just not enough bounce going on here. Inside, the interior lights are just not bouncing enough. And there are ways we can change that later so that you get a lot more light kind of just reflecting off all the different surfaces. But I don't want to confuse you yet. So the next part of this video is we're going to be setting our materials. So when you're ready for that, if we go into one of these wall pieces and we go to material, you can find a material that you decide you want to go with. Maybe you want to go with a brick wall kind of thing, or maybe some cut stone, or maybe that's very old-timey looking concrete, kind of like a stucco. Yeah. What other materials do we have? Metal. That'd be weird. Ground, gravel. There's different sandstone. That's kind of cool. Slate. There is... Don't do that. Wood. And then ramp material. That's kind of like a nice stucco. I'm going to go with a sandstone. And I want to get all of my walls. So good thing I put them all in a folder. I can just select all of them, go to here, and select sandstone. I don't know why it didn't do it for that one. I guess I did not put all of my walls in there. Weird. Well, shame on me. Definitely want to get those in that same folder. You want to stay organized, otherwise this gets really messy really quick. Okay. So there we go. My interior walls looks like they're also... I probably don't want the interiors to be, but oh well. Cool. Stairs is a whole other thing. Don't worry about that for now. Let's see. If we wanted to increase the number of bounces. Now this is just for my advanced students. Nobody has to do this, but we could go into our world settings. And first off, let's take, you have to, yeah, this is beyond what you need to know right now. So just if you want to do it, do it. Otherwise stop here and you're done. But if you go into the ceiling lights, the blueprints, and you change them to static, you're going to have, you have to go to the point light here. It's going to make it a lot easier for it to build lighting. And I'm not going to talk about why yet. But someday you will learn. You're not going to get as good lighting quality as far as the shadows and stuff. They're not going to actually cast shadows that move. But that's okay. Okay, the other thing we can do is if we go into our world settings and we go here to light mass. We change the number of skylight bounces to, oh, I don't know, how about 5, and the number of indirect lighting bounces to 20. Then what we're going to have is the light's going to bounce around a lot more in here, and so it's not going to be quite as dark like we had before. So, as you can see, it's going to take a long time to build, so go ahead and fast forward now. I'm going to hit build and wait for it to build, and you can see what it looks like when it's done. Okay. Now that's what I'm talking about. Look at this. Now we're getting some nice bounces of light inside here. Wow. Is that beautiful or what? I mean, come on. That is a cool looking house. Probably, maybe even too many bounces. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely starting to feel a lot more, you know, natural. If I get my player in there, unfortunately, I program my player to. Oh, you'll see probably as soon as he walks in the house. But See if you can fit through the door. Why did I put those stairs there? That's stupid. You can't fit through the door when I do that. Oh, hey. Let's get rid of them. My player trips and falls. I tried programming that, thinking it would be fun, and now I cannot undo it. So he'll probably just trip and fall and die as soon as he steps in here. Yep, there he goes. Well, your character won't do that, but mine is weak. But yeah, it looks cool, and I'm happy with it, and the lighting is pretty neat inside, and your eyes kind of adapt to the light, just like they do in real life. So as you go into a dark area in Unreal, it starts to get a little bit brighter. You see these seams right here? Those are kind of a pain, and there are ways to reduce them, but for now, I guess we just gotta live with it. Yeah, there you go. Cool. I guess that's it. I will see you there.